Evening, everybody. Welcome back. So, we know now today was sit at home. So, today I saw that my admin posted something very liberal, very, open minded, and not necessarily saying anything about the sit at home, but wishing everybody to be safe. And some people were not happy with that comment, that post. And they were like, you are not saying anything specifically about about the sit at home. Like you're not saying it sit at home, something like that. And I'm just laughing. I'm like, you can't do this, you can't please people. Like, you know, I remember in Igbo it say, when Mecca, like there's nothing you can do that you will use it to please everybody. I was just laughing because when I used to post sit at home, they will be angry. They say, why are you reminding them? It's like you are encouraging them. It's like you are happy about this thing. I said, okay, let's not say sit at home. Let's just encourage people to be safe. And still some people are saying, today it's like you are soft pedaling. Good evening. Oh. This evening, guys, I welcome every one of you once again. Once again, don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to support this page. Don't forget to click the follow button. Follow me on any of the handle that you are on. And yeah, spread the message because we are on a path of liberation. And these people came as set to destroy Alibo, but our people don't even understand what is going on. So I saw a post today, like I got the pictures, but I can't share it today because I'm using my smartphone. Hopefully, by the grace of God, tomorrow I'll be able to share the video and the pictures. A truckload of ammo, like you need to see, like guns, everything. They packed it, a truck, a full truck, big, majestic truck. They stopped them and they were heading to Onitsha, like Anambra State. They are heading to Anambra State with a truckload of ammo. Like these people are actually in their mind, the way they are saying, when they are saying war, war, war. I saw the post that Simon Ahmed made, and it was like, this war, they are going to fight it. So these people, their mind has been so consumed with this message of war, war, war. And for them now, war is romantic. Like when you are thinking about something and it makes you happy, makes you feel good, it's like something like it's giving them blues, like they feel happy, they feel it makes them feel strong. I don't know how to describe what I see. So I feel like this idea of fighting war, going to fight war, fighting Nigeria, and the setting is going to be Alibo. Our people don't even understand what that means. Like, they told us the story about what happened during the war and all the things that people resulted in doing during that war, just because of that war, just to survive. Anything goes. And at the end of the day, they want to go round two. Like when you are talking about war, it's supposed to jitter them, but Kanu and his gang has made it a romantic idea, something to look forward to. You understand? Yes, I have the pictures, I have the video, the pictures, and one of the person that was inside that truck that was caught. And it was a truckload that was heading to Alibo. Like, all these our politicians, they don't even know what is coming for them. Like truckload of ammo, mbo, guns, everything is loaded inside that truck. Ordinarily, they may think maybe it's carrying one goods or like it's empty or something. You need to see how loaded this thing was. I don't know who they want to go and fight. I don't understand how their mind is doing them. I don't understand it. So these people, and this is, I'm thinking like, maybe this is the one that was stopped. What about maybe there are others that have passed? What of maybe there are other trucks like that that went through without army or police stopping them. So they are already in Alibo now, in the hands of many people, in the hands of those. Because I remember there's a video, I think I shared that video with you guys, although they were speaking in Igbo, that Simon Ekpa was telling them, they said they don't have, there was a word they used to describe that guns, that and that they don't have it. They don't have sticks. They don't have sticks, I think. Yeah. And they don't have sticks. And Simon Ekpa was like, they're going to send the sticks, that they are sending some, like, you understand, something like that. So obviously, this time around, the money that they are contributing, they are actually bringing it into our labor. So unfortunately for our people, they suffer so much, went through so much to survive that war, to recover from that war, and rebuild from that war. And the time to establish, to actually thrive and come out of survival mode, they are going for round two. Unbeknown to them, it's not going to be romantic, because all this one you are carrying in trucks, you want to engage in a military that has everything, and you want to engage in a military in a place that you are in a position, like you are surrounded, like, you understand, like in a terrain where you're already surrounded, you don't really have cover, honestly. It's not like Boko Haram that even have the whole of Zambisa forest. You understand that the troops have to go long miles before they can encounter people or something like that. Like they have a vast area. You don't have that much cover. You don't, and on top of it, you have so many minority tribes around you that they can use to come have access to you. You don't have that cover. And then we don't have those expanse of land where you can actually leave the population and go and hide. So basically, whatever you are going to be doing, you are going to do it within the Igbo population. And because nobody is going to know who is a normal Igbo person and who is the militias, because there's no demarcation, there is no big forest where you can drive for hours, for kilometers without finding anybody. So the southeast is one of the regions that is densely populated, besides Lagos, for example, because in every kilometer you will find people who are living back to back, it is very hard for you to drive more than 2 kilometers and you will not see a house, a tiny population, a village, because what people will call all these vast areas of land that you'll be driving and there is nobody there. You don't have it in Alibo. And you don't have that kind of access to a large area of forestry or anywhere that you can actually have cover, and you are setting yourself up again. Okay, now they say they have alliances, that Nigeria will be surprised at the alliances that they have. Simon Ekpa said today, Biafra is being discussed by the United Nations, by the US government, that it's now a topic that they are talking about it. So they are again saying that they have alliance, and we all know they don't have any alliance. They don't have any alliance. We have seen since President Tinubu became president, we have seen all the states, all the governments that have been sending their representative to have audience with him. Does that look like a country where they are having maybe world powers or other countries that are not cooperating with them? Okay, even today, it's in the news that Britain said they want to be accepting Naira. So if you are doing business in Nigeria and you want to procure some goods or some equipment from Britain, as part of doing business with Britain, that they are going to be accepting Naira. So that if you want to go and purchase goods in Britain, now you don't need to change naira into dollar or pounds. You just go and exchange it for pound, for naira. This is the news I'm getting today. Does that look like a country where they don't have solid alliance? So you go and set yourself up again. You now start crying and say, the war you are fighting it with, not only in Nigeria. Nigeria, if it was only Nigeria, you would have dealt with them. They are fighting it with Britain. They are fighting it with France and all the super world powers, and you are just holding on to them, holding on against them on your own. But why do you put yourself in that position in the first place? They are preparing very bad. Imagine pump action and ammo, single barrel cartridge that they want to use to fight Nigeria. I'm telling you. So that's the delusion they are living in. They are saying that they want to come and fight. And the people at home don't even understand what is coming from them. They think it's just sit at home. Sit at home is the easiest and the most simple thing that you can do, because since you know before they start, like now they say they want to do sit at home from the 31st of July. I mean, you have been told, so you know. So you have chance to buy stuff, to prepare yourself if it comes that story that you stay at home. But war is like you don't know the next minute. Every minute counts. You don't know the next minute. And that's what they are telling you, that they are coming. And they say that they have alliance, and then they can hold Nigeria down for 100 years, and Nigeria will be shocked. This is not the first time we are hearing all those kind of boasting. But look at the position of Nigeria, the way Nigeria is since President Tinubu became president. That one alone supposed to show you that Nigeria have a lot of massive support. All government have been sending people. The other day they did a Juneteenth, where they are celebrating Juneteenth in the US embassy. You saw how they came to have audience with President Tinubu. Even British government, Japan, China, like, who exactly are you going to have alliance with? So in the end, you will now start crying that, oh, it's the Britain that has supported them, it's friends that supported, but you see that they are supporting them now. So why do you want to put yourself in a position that you will be the loner, and and you will be easily put in your place? Why do you have to do that? Greetings, Ezioku. Yeah, so at the end of the day, it's unfortunate that it got to where it is. So Simon Ekpa is gaining the attention and the support he's having, because it's like he's the one keeping the flame of their Biafra burning, because if he's not there, the whole thing would have died down. Or what we'll just be hearing is I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. And nobody will hear anything useful. That is why they are giving him support, because it feels like because of him, thanks to him, there's a lot of noise, the whole thing is not dying down. So, and it gives them, like I said before, when they're hearing all this toughness, like Tamanipa was saying, that Nigeria should stop exploiting any natural resources in the southeast, that they are going to start going against, and from henceforth, blah blah blah, all those that's the kind of things that give them strength in their mind and say, yes, the zoo has fallen, the zoo has fallen. So um I saw a video where they went there removing Nigerian flag and putting Biafran flag in a school and stuff like that. So all these things is, I don't know. I feel like you are not checking it well. I thought they will say, yeah, without war there is no, like Kanu was saying something like that. He said, without war there cannot be peace, and black people, you like life too much. You just want to be living. You will be there begging. You will not want to. You are docile. You are not like. What is he doing now? Since they hold him there, have you seen him showing any strength? He's begging. He has even denied the IPOB. He's calm. He's looking for anything that will make them to release him. That's what he's looking for right now. You understand? So at the end of the day, I wish that our people can um, understand that you cannot go anywhere by shooting yourself in the leg, because you need your leg to walk. You need your leg to be mobile, to move from one point to the other. But if you are angry and in your anger you carry your gun and you point it and shoot at your both legs, how are you going to be able to run? How are you going to be able to save yourself? How are you going to be able to fend for yourself? How are you going to be able to defend yourself? You understand? You are not going to be able to do those things. Why? Because you say because of one reason or the other, you carry gun, you shoot on your legs. The legs that you are using to move around, the legs that you used to run, the legs that you used to go and get food, the legs that carry you up and down. And when I'm referring to legs in this case, it's like an allegory because your land is like your leg. It is what you build on. It is what keeps you. It's what gives you accommodation. It's what houses you. It's where your children go to school. It's where you have you like even though majority of us are not in Alibo, but we cannot still excuse the way that millions of people are also still there in that 5 states. At least if you don't have people living there, you have 10 million people. So you want to tell me that those 10 million people they will now become refugees across Nigeria or what? Because you have started another gbasgbos that you have not thought through, right? So right now, Southeasterners themselves, like we that were Igbos and Southeasterners, we have not even gone home. Even fear will not allow you to go. Many people, even to go and do burial, to go and all those things at the expense of your life. Can you risk it? That's the situation in the Southeast now. You see. So at the end of the day, I feel like it's like when some people are complaining, there's a way there is something they say, you cut your nose to spite your face. So at the end of the day, you need your nose. But because you say, this place is smelling, this place is smelling, say, I cannot bear this smell, then you carry scissors, you cut your nose. When you cut your nose now, how are you gonna survive? How are you gonna survive? That's the question. When agha ga-esu n'ala Igbo now, then let's say this thing they are doing now, Nigerian army actually come n'ala Igbo to defend the integrity of Nigeria territory, then means that officially agha esule n'ala Igbo. Where will the millions of ndị Igbo be n'ala Igbo now be? Where will they run to? I'm telling you, our brother is saying something. Say, I am literally scared to the bones. Now, a bag of corn maize is 54K, and one model of local rice is 1.8, while foreign rice is sold about 2, 3, and some idiots everywhere want to start it. I don't know. So the village should start running. So they don't understand what they are doing. Imagine you are living in your houses, you live in your own house. Have you, Kano is boasting and saying that Somalia, if they don't give Biafra, Somalia will be better. Have you tried to go and look in the YouTube what Somalia looks like, what Yemen looks like? So war is not something that you romance with. But this thing, they are pushing it, they are pushing it, they are pushing it. They are pushing it, they are pushing it, and they are looking for that confrontation. And they are piling all those things that they are gathering, like our brother described, Pompation, all those things. you know, he said they are preparing very bad. Imagine Pompation and ammo, single barrel cartridges that they want to use to fight Nigeria. I pity those people that there was a civil war in the country for about yet some people of some parts of Nigeria enjoy their life while Igbo land was exactly. So that's what you should have to know. So even as it was before that, only one Southeast was experiencing what was going on. Life was going on normally in the north, life was going on normally in the southwest, life was going on everywhere else except the places that was invaded, except the places that our Biafran soldiers invaded. Life was going on normal for them at the end of the day. Only Igbo people have that bitter taste of what war looks like, right? And now they saw what happened with Northeast. how it unraveled before the whole world, and they wanted it so much, because every time they will be pointing, look at the north, look at the north, look at the north, and look at the north, and look at the north, and look at Boko Haram. Now you have become like them. You are now importing ammo to bring it to Alibo, and so all those things will end up in all these boys' hands. And you know, when young people, young male bursting with testosterone, when they have something like of that capacity in their hands. Eh? Good evening, my sister Ogumbiade, I greet you. So the war they are talking is too much. Eh? It's too much. How can you be talking about war instead of you to be looking for what you can do to change the scenario, change it from within, restore your place, restore, make it livable. The conditions that make people to go away, reinforce it, change it, evolve out of it, like every other societies are doing. All these places we are going to, in the past, they were doing brutal things, but they are trying to evolve out of it. So we can also evolve so that people don't necessarily need to live a live. So many people will say, it's because of no seaport. Let them give us seaport now. But you are in Meduguri, there is no seaport in Meduguri. You are all over Nigeria, the seaport is not all over Nigeria. But every day, who is crying about seaport and say, because if they don't give you seaport, you are not going to come back. They don't give seaports in the southeast, things cannot be normal. But you go to the corner, go to all parts of Nigeria, people are living their life. And they don't have seaport. They don't have seaport. So I don't know this obsession. They say, oh, it's because of seaport. Look at across Nigeria. Look at Makurdi. You go there, you see Igbo people. Boko, you go there, you see Igbo people. Go to Ibadan, you see Igbo people. Go to Gombe, you will see our people there trading, living. You go to Jos, the same thing. They don't have seaports. But we are able to go there and live there and establish there and have your children there, train your children there, and then you retire back home. So which means it's not about seaport that is holding people down in Alibo. Okay, look at Kano when he's talking, just look at his disposition, look at his eyes, look the rhetoric that is coming out from his mouth. Is it that you people are not listening to what he's saying, or it doesn't matter what he's saying? Yeah. So now at the end of the day, we are now into buying and selling. You know, we are just into buying and selling, and we are not producing right now. We are not producing, and we are having so many reasons why we are not producing. We just want to go and import everything and come and sell. When you are importing everything, what will the local population be doing? What will be the market? What will you base your currency upon? What kind of market? What kind of business? Like this, what the people are looking for is not a romance. That's just what I'm trying to say. Let me open your eyes to something. A Yoruba man hasn't thrown away his tradition and culture, and all those charms are still with them. The Hausa people and Fulani are already natural fighters with their charms. Igbo are mostly Christians who have thrown away their traditional antiquities that are important in war, yet they want to go to war. Let the Igbo do not allow few misguided people to bring hell upon the people. Yeah. Apart from that, apart from the antiquity, and all those things don't help you to win war. War is always somebody with superior fire has the last say. Somebody with superior firepower, that is what war is. Though it doesn't matter how many. Look at all this umu bingo. Look at all the things they use to fortify themselves. Sometimes they even carry vulture. They will tie on their neck, tie on their neck, tear their body. All those things. Still, when the Nigerian army with superior fire force will come there, that's the end. Odechi no be when military enter. Odechi no dey work for when military enter because there is a superior fire that will come into play. So if you, for example, you have all this pump action gun like our brother had explained, and somebody carry a drone from up and drop it, a village is finished. The time you will be using to do back, you shoot 10, you miss 2. Sometimes that they are shooting, maybe they're just shooting blind, they will not even see where the thing is going. Somebody will be from up, just boo, eviscerate everywhere there like that. So it's not like, personally, I feel like it's not about your belief. All those things are things that motivate you. Religion is something that you take with you to give you courage and hope, and just to help you personally, individually. But in the end of the day, is your tactic and the firepower. You cannot carry stick and overpower somebody with gun because you have how will I put it, cultural artifacts. No, there's no way. Before you will near that person with that stick, they don't blast you away. They don't blast you away. So, and again, I see women that, women, you are going to be the brunt, your children. They are not even talking about the impact of all these things on the women. Who is going to marry all those young ladies? You're not talking about the impact. So it's a full circle. Imagine when you are driving through Alibo, all those mansions, all those establishments. Do you know what will take it down? Just one boom, boom, boom. Destruction is easy. Just like these bingos have been going around putting people's houses on fire. Somebody swear, somebody that something the person built in his prime as a young person, and believe, I built it in my hometown. I feel safe. I can always retire there. Even if I don't retire, it will be something for my posterity, for my children, that they can always come to this magnificent edifice and say, our grandfather, our father built this thing. And the bingos will just go there one night and put fire on it, and that will be the end. That's a reminiscence of what war will look like. So everything you build will go. And the people encouraging this thing don't live in Alibo. That's why you cannot take them serious. That's why you are in Alibo need to rise up. You need to rise up and stop thinking that any magic is going to happen. They keep saying, this is not 1966, this is not 1966, this is not 1967, this is not 1967, that this is 2023. What exactly changed in 2023? And they've been saying this in 2015. Oh, they have been saying, Kano have been saying this since 2010. This is not 1967. This is 2010. This is 2010. This is 2015. This is 2020. This is 2013. 2020. Now it is 2023. What exactly have changed? What exactly changed I think this is a conversation we need to have, because they keep saying, this is not 1967, this is 2023. We have people who can be like, what exactly have changed in 2023 for you, for your reality, that makes you feel like you are in a better position to go and face the Nigerian military? The alliance you are crying that Nigerian military did not fight that fight alone, that they fought it with British people. Is the British people not still behind the Nigerian military today? Is Nigerian military not having the support of the British government today? So what exactly is the point? Okay, the French government, is there any indication that the West is not backing Nigeria as of today? Okay, is there any indication that Israel is against Nigeria as things stand today? No. So when you are saying this is 2023, there are nothing that is 2020, 1967, You need to tell us, like write it, highlight it. One, this is the difference. Apart from the number in year, like 1967, today is 2023. Let me tell you, you are in a worse off position. At the time Ojukwu went into that war, base under his command, it was easy for him to annex those military bases and all the equipment they are in. Before that time, there have been a lot of Igbo military officers. 60% of Igbo people were in the Nigerian military. They dominated it. So you have trained military personnel who are part of the Nigerian army at the time. Who are a part of Nigerian army who switched sides and became Biafran soldiers. Right? So today, how many of such caliber of soldiers do you have? And even in that 1967, Ojukwu went to recruit children while his own child is inside the house. Ojukwu went to recruit children. Even at that, it was not enough. They needed to go and recruit. They needed to go into the villages and be catching young people. So what is the difference today? Exactly. At that time, there was no food. There was no food bank. People don't have food. And today, people still don't have food. Like our brother is writing, 85% of the food consumed in the Southeast are sourced outside from the zone. The food you eat in the Southeast is coming from outside of the Southeast. This same zone want to go to war. Like, are you okay? In 1967, the bulk of your food is coming from Nigeria. And you didn't do anything about it. You didn't go into agricultural revolution. And every family cannot feed themselves from the produce that they have. Even people in the village, they have the land, but you made farming a something of reproach. An average Easterner sees anybody that is farming as somebody that is suffering, somebody that's needing pity, somebody that's in abject poverty. They do not see any benefit in farming and being food sufficient, like being self-sufficient in providing your own food. So a neighbor is, as it is, even worse off, because in those days even the elderly people were farmers, they were farming. But in this generation, how many people is a farmer? Me, I'm not a farmer. Most of you are not a farmer. Who is a farmer in Alibo that is producing food that is eating? Exactly. The only difference in that 1967 and this 2023 is that there is social media and you are able to write insult and you are able to insult people that you don't know on social media. That is the difference. That you can come to social media and claim you are mumudable, you are formidable, you are nzuzudable, everything. You are doing hyperbolism overload on social media. Your country is existing on social media. That's the difference. Thank you, my brother. So I don't understand why they keep boasting and say, hey, it's 2023, it's 2023. What access do you have? It's not as if you consolidated on your trading and made partnership and built corporations that other people are dependent on your corporations. No. So I don't know what it is that you are puffing your hand, or maybe there's something else I'm missing. Maybe somebody needs to tell me that I don't know something that you people know, and that you understand that is what is different in 1967. For all I care, you are even in a very, very worse and precarious situation, because today everything that your misleader, Onyara, that was spitting on social media against other ethnicity or ethnic group is all over the internet. All the insult, all the verbal attack, all the vitriol that all the bingos are online doing is visible and is very fresh in the memory of other people. And to maybe when you need a refuge to go and run into your neighboring region, minority region, you will not even get that refuge. They will not even allow you to come and build refugee camp in their place. Exactly. Our sister corroborated that the cousin was forced to go because even they don't have enough people. And you think that today you are okay. Okay, what is it that have changed? Do you have is Russia backing you? No. Who is backing you? Who is giving you the back? Don't have food. There's no health care. There's no health care system. There's no running water system. There is no waste management system. There is no welfare system for the needy, for the poor. Absolutely nothing. But every day when I know like I say, yeah, well, yeah, this is not 10, this is 7, this is 2023, oh, 2023, that you have people who are living across Europe looking for how to survive on their own doesn't mean anything. And if they shake one body in that place, they will hold the way they will hold them. Anyway, I just say let me remind you. This Satan, Satan, let me tell you guys, Satan na so e go still reach sha because na dem dem. Maybe that time na Satan Cameroon border go dey open for una go pass Bamenda side enter there. Then you will now go and meet the Ambazonia bingos that your own bingo are copying from. And anything you meet there, you will use your eye to see it. You use your eye to see it, koro koro. You are not, you don't. I remember when Kano was making they are going to be a farming revolution, they are going to do like this, they are going to open agricultural, blah, 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 blah. Everything is mouth. Ojono. Now mouth. All the factory they don't build that for all the radio transmitter, everything is mouth. Audio. Where is the food? You don't have food. Ordinary lockdown, people were starving. People were living in big mansions, they have cash in their hands, no food. Why? Because Buhari closed market for 2 weeks. Hi, Jerome, I greet you. I'm telling you, even today we have drones. Drones, people don't even need to go. Infantry don't really need. What they would do what they do this time around is they use drone to go, they level everything. The infantry will come in on foot and finish the work. Our brother is right saying battles are no longer fought with guns and against that our people boast about. I just think that people have not learned anything significant, and those who can think deeply kept muted because of name calling and insult. Thank you so much. So these people, they are confusing you. They are making you think how many bottle bomb do you think you can use to win Nigeria? They tell you they should teach you how to do bottle bomb. Then you put the bottle and then you throw it on the road, and then when the more army is coming, then they will stop. Do you think that when they release battalion into that one region, you think you can withstand it? Do you have aeroplane? Do you have drones? Today, that everything is being done remotely. Like they will be sitting in one place, they will see the zone, that place, they will circle it and they will throw something there. Are you people okay? Like you are actually in a very bad situation. The military barracks in Alibo are not manned by you. You are not in control of it. That is even why Kano was lying that the military barracks in Alibo that they are empty, that nobody is there. Why? To give you the impression that you can just walk into those military barracks and take over it because it is empty, nobody is there. So they are not okay. Who tell you that Nigerian military barracks is empty? Okay, the worst you can what is the worst you can do is you will resort to suicide. say you carry something put yourself body, say you go buy them, but you sef you go buy. But the problem sef, una be ndị ogbu mmadụ ndụ na-agụ. Thank you, thank you. Look at what this one is writing. Your hate for Igbos will end you very soon. You are as bad as Ijele. Tell me what is hate in what I'm saying. So you that you are funding ammunition that they are bringing into Ali Igbo because you want to come and fight war in Ali Igbo against Nigeria, and you love Ndi Igbo, Abi. So Mazi, you call yourself Mazi Ejike. You guys, anybody that puts Mazi in their name, you know that one is a foregone conclusion. That one is a foregone conclusion, a bingo. Nothing anybody can do about it. Eh? So at the end of the day, you people, you say you want to go and fight. No problem. Shebi, we are looking. So the people that love you, like I'm telling you people that there is nothing, all these things you are doing, you are just setting yourself up. You would destroy yourself. And the people like this AGK that thunder will fire him and fire Oburishia, and that craze where the warrior made that craze break that head, pata, make it by itself. You now come and be writing, you are a for Igbo, you are a for Igbo. Hmm? That's how they have made them to reason. So the people that are preparing them and changing them for war love them. Can you imagine that? On a normal day, Mazi is supposed to be like Igbo version of Mr. But since all of them are now answering, when Kanu put Mazi before his name, and they are not calling him MNK, they cannot call him Naya Buriya Kanu again. They will just have to add Mazi. Eh? Nna ya pịawara ya isi ebe ahụ. That's why he's Kolomenta. He sent him on a mission to come and destroy Ali Igbo. And you want to change it for us that we that want Ali Igbo not to be destroyed are the one that hate it. Arọ na-apụ gị. Si ọ na-agbawa gị. I don't know where this $10 per week per family is nothing is coming from. I don't know what is bringing that conversation. They know the tell now. They know the tell. It's like they will be waiting until they have the order. Yeah, you will. The main issue is that your region is going to be the scene of the battleground, not anywhere else. Like what is happening with Boko Haram, at least they actually have Zambisa forest. The bulk of the fighting took place in Zambisa forest. No, even though Meduguri took a lot of hits, but the city, the state, this Meduguri is like a city state. The bulk of the city is intact. It didn't really get into the whole area. Most of the fight they were doing it inside the forest, Zambisa forest, all those from there into Niger Republic. Jordan say how far today's sisters go. They say they caught some people with a truckload of ammo that they were bringing into Alibo. They were intercepted and caught. If you see, the truck is filled. I will share the pictures after this video. I'll share the pictures in the chat so you guys will see the pictures I'm talking about. Like it was truckload that they are bringing into Alibo. And the question is, are there some that already pass with that catching them that are already offloaded in Alibo. Yeah, that's what I hear. And I hear that Sambisa Forest is also bigger than Enugu State. Like the terrain is a massive place that the aeroplane will be flying and flying looking for them so they can hide in all those dense area and nobody will even sight them. You don't even have that kind of cover in Alibo. You understand what I'm saying? So the bulk of the fighting is going to happen directly inside Alibo where everybody is living. You don't have extra forests, extra outlands, uninhabited area that they can go there and be doing the fight, and they will not say this place is civil zone and this place is war zone. Everywhere is going to be a war zone. That's what you need to understand. When it comes down to Alibo, every part of Alibo will be the war zone because there is no demarcation. Good evening, Peter. Yeah, but I'm not talking about it now. But I say he wants to know my opinion about $10 weekly. Let me tell you, every government, every government in place will have the kind of solution that they want to give. You understand? So I don't know what anybody will say. Buhari did his own, and he said he gave 5,000 and all those kind of things, and power, all those things. I don't know how many people receive. I don't know how many people they didn't receive. Obasanjo did its own also in those days. They call it a poverty alleviation program. It's not a new thing. So every government will come in, they will do something. They will try to do something. Even here in Germany, they will say, okay, they want to raise parliament. They will say, okay, they want to give everybody flat 200. Some people will say they are not. It's not going to solve any problem. Like you cannot determine it, but it's their government, it's their time, they have to do what they have to do. We don't have to be extremely hypercritical of the one they are doing because there are so many that is not being done. Yeah, I remember I said definitely some are successfully passed here. So obviously some of those trucks that's carrying that ammo have entered Alibo and they are there right now in the hands of all these people waiting for the command. So the video that Simon Ekpa was doing today, that I think he said they are going to start fighting, that they just have to be loyal and wait and listen and all those kind of talk. You understand? So that's why he was busy telling his bingos. And of course, there are many on ground, and Simon Ekpa is a ray of hope for them right now. Why do you want to have one to Oduduwa and one Biafra? You have to want one thing now. You want Oduduwa, you want Oduduwa, and are you sitting at home? Are you arming people to go and fight Nigerian army? No problem, Peterson. Shey you say no problem. Let them go and fight. It's not a problem. Shebi we will be here to see now. Is it a new thing? Is it a new thing that African people are buying themselves? Is it a new thing when they will start showing pictures of people, children that have not eaten, kwashiorkor picture of children that their stomach is swollen? Eh? It's not a new thing. It's not. What is it going to change in the eyes of the world? Of course, that's what they do. Fake Yoruba name, fake everything. Our brother is saying that Onitsha is the hub of gun trafficking. Almost all the exchange guys are on those selling articles and knives in main market. You see? Of course. So at the end of the day, war is not romantic. It's not something romantic. And that is why in the culture and in the history of military engagement and all those things, anybody that willingly that lead his people to an unavoidable war is not forgiven. Go and check it. It's not something you forgive. That's why when we are looking at how Nigeria forgave Ojukwu and restored him, everything he lost, it was restored. Whereas the rest of the Igbo population were left to grope on their own. And there was no attempt meant to restore the rest of the Igbo population. But the people that instigated and caused the katakata and gathered, incited people to take up arms against the state of Nigeria was forgiven and reinstated, and all his honors and all his dues were paid him. Rolf Ruger said, "No, you are not correct. All the food eaten in Igbo land is planted in the east." Nnamdi Kanu built a factory to supply food for the next 10 years for Biafra. Thank you, Joseph. Good evening, Abiola. I greet you. Those who shall do are online, I know, as them, some of them are also the bingos. IPOB just twist it for the people and say, when you are telling the people what is about to come to them, what these people are planning for them, they'll tell you, they will turn it for the people and tell them, oh, these are the people that hate you. So tell me, the people that are sponsoring and contributing money for them to buy pump action gun and all these cartridges and bring it into Alibo, those are the ones that love you. Exactly. Exactly. They think it's video game. They think it's video game. It's not video game, oh. It's not video game. If we start like this, and the worst part is the bullet doesn't know who is a good person, who follow, who is a bingo, who is not a bingo. And when the region is under siege, everybody that lives there has to find refuge to be running. And what happens when you are in escape situation? You come under exploitation, especially the women and the children. And the young men are already, and then eventually there will be another round of depopulation. And then at the end of the day, what will be your stake in Nigeria? Yeah, they make it look as if when we're saying that you shouldn't engage in all this taking up arms against the state, you are just a pacifist, you just want to sit in one place, you don't want to do anything. Let me tell you guys, everything you are thinking you are doing is nothing. You are just running around the bush. The saying, "Okirikiri ka na-agba ukwu ose, adịghị arị ya elu." That's what you are doing. You are running around if a pepper plant. You can't climb it. Nigeria is that pepper plant. You will run around it and run around it. You will not be able to climb it. You don't reach. You don't reach what it takes. Oh, sorry, because I use my phone, Clark. You don't have what it takes. You will just be going round and round and round and round. And that's why you see they are talking the same thing, talking the same thing, talking the same thing, talking the same thing. But all eyes on Nigerian government. You want to go inside Nigerian government. You cannot be critiquing the government. You cannot be wanting the government to collapse. You don't want the progress of the country. And again, in a way, you have all the solution. You want to come and rule it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Yeah, it just talks things that doesn't make sense, and people will just be listening. And people have accused me that I speak English, I'm supposed to speak Igbo. But when I listen to these people that are calling themselves Biafra misleaders, They are not even speaking Igbo or any of the local languages. They are speaking English. And so the same in the same way you will be thinking, oh, will the people understand what you are saying? Break it down. The same way they are speaking Ogonge English. So I don't know what is actually tantalizing them about that picking up arms and going against the state of Nigeria. That is what I don't understand. Oh, John, John, John. Yo, thank God for your life. Oh, thank God for your life. How are you doing? Great to have you back. Okirikiri ka a na-akụ okirikiri ka a na-agba ukwu ose. It means a pepper plant because the pepper plant is small. And it's not just that it's small, it's not one tree. It's like it has stalks. Why are you laughing? It has stalks. It's like um it's just it will just be having like different sticks, different small sticks just on the ground there. So it's not even something that you can climb because the stalks are thin and they are like that in a bush and they are on the ground. So you can just literally pick your pepper from it. So you can't climb it. You can only go around it and see which of the peppers are ripe. And so that's what it is. So that's why they use it to talk. That's what they want for Alibu. This what is going on there, that's what they want for Alibu. Exactly, rugged, exactly. The pepper plant is like that. So that's why they have that saying that okirikiri ka na-agba ukwu ose adịghị arị ya elu. So now all the lies, all the promises, everything. Now it wants to climb. I know that it's going to come to this climax. Guys, think about since I've been telling you about this thing. All the things we said is happening before our eyes. And still it's still ongoing. I saw a post that Ijele made and it said that Ohaneze Ndigbo is asking for military intervention. That's the big question. Me self, I don't understand. Our brother is writing, why are people advocating violence? We can see what Ukraine's president has become. And, they like even, I'm telling you, I don't know why. Imagine Ifeanyi Asebule said the whole southeast, Imo, Abia, Enugu, Anambra, and Ebonyi is about 30,000 square meter, while Borno alone is about 70. Can you beat that? That's almost twice the area. So, and like half of Borno, I think that Zambisa forest took a very big chunk of it. So you can travel squats and squats of land with nobody, absolutely nobody living in it. And so it gave those people a haven to go there and, you know, um, camp and form there. But you don't have form their insurgency. You don't have that kind of pocket in Alibo. That's just the thing. Because Alibo, we are living, the places that are supposed to be forests are all inhabited. So you have a few bushes, but it's not going to be squats of kilometer. Like if anybody knows where areas where you can drive more than 2 kilometers and you will not find a village, you will not find some settlement in Alibo, please let me know because I have not seen. Exactly. And that's why me I'm saying the Nigerian government should let us understand what they are doing with Igbo people because we don't accept this fact that anybody can rise up and use the name of anything and take away Igbo people and destroy their property, and Nigerian government will come to fight for their territory, and at the end of the day you will not forgive the person and say, okay, all is good, you can go, no problem, your sins are forgiven. And then tomorrow another one will rise, they buy Igbo people in the name of the same Biafra. Ojukwu first did his own, by millions and millions of people. Then he ran away. After blowing horns, after saying he would deal with Nigeria, after saying Nigeria don't know what is coming to them, after saying Nigeria don't have anything, that they have been building, they have been piling up, and Nigeria will be surprised at what they have in store for Nigeria. Who ran away? Ojukwu, at the end of the day. And all the people that try to stop him, that's even the annoying part. You have not even gotten the country. Look at all the people he executed. You say this one he did not he want to do treason. Treason on top of country where you never get. This one he give them house arrest. Everybody that try to stop you, he buy them. If Ajuna tell am say, guy, we don't have the capacity, stop this thing. He say he do treason. They buy am. What kind of nonsense forgiveness is that? They buy am. Why? Then he ran away. And then when he ran away, from where he ran away from, he was asking for them to pardon him so that he will come back and do politics. And that was only what he has always been concerned. And our people don't know that it is his place in the Nigerian politics that he's fighting for. He committed against the Nigerian army, and he know they are going to prosecute him for coup plotting, because it's mutiny when you go against your superior in the military. It's not acceptable. You have to answer for it. You don't want to answer for it. You now declare the region they gave him to rule. You now declare that region independent and rallied all our people to fight. He even recruited small children. If you see the camps there, they put small children, made them go they learn. Wetin happen? And last he ran away. Okay, when he ran away, he was there consulting, want to come to Nigeria. Immediately they want to start to vote. He want to come back, and he went to join that Northern Party army. The same people he teach our people how to hate Hausa. They are coming. They are going to dip Quran inside the sea. They are coming. They are jiga. The same Shagari he went to join. He campaigned for Shagari in that election. I will. Is only care about how to rule, how we want to come and join party. It never talk about the millions of people that perish. He never built a foundation with all the stolen wealth of Igbo. That Bank of Biafra that he converted all their money. He stole everything. He did not open an institution. He did not do anything to recover. He did not even say, I hear that they took some of the children to neighboring African countries. How can we find out? Is there any record for all the children? Do you know how many Igbo children are across West Africa, Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea-Bissau, what is it called now? Forgotten. Guinea. Yeah, is it Guinea or something like that? They are by our side, Equatorial Guinea. All these places around. Ghana. You know how many Igbo children that they took across all those places? So that because mama don't die, papa don't die, children are full everywhere. No papa, no mama, nobody to care for them. At the end of the day, he came back, he's only interested in politics, how to rule, he joined politics. Do you know this guy was doing only politics until he died? He didn't add any value to anybody. It was still about that politics. He was, and then from there, after doing whatever, he now even to the point he contested for presidency. Then at the end of the day, they say, okay, they are forgiving. So Nigerian government need to tell us why they are forgiving them. If you want to forgive them, why then did you fight them in the first place? Why then did you go because of you are fighting them for seceding from Nigeria and you buy so many millions of people? If you know that at the end of the day you want to forgive the person, why don't you teach that person a lesson so that next people will not rise up to come and buy Umu Igbo and destroy all the labor of their and the work of their hand? Why can't you then punish the person? They need to tell us what they are doing with this Biafra stuff because we don't understand it. Like somebody say, why are they giving rule for this thing? That's what we don't understand. So they will buy people finish, and then they will say, oh, let's forgive, let's move. Somebody was saying in my comment, yeah, all this thing, we know you people, you want that, but let's move on, let's forgive. And I wrote in a comment, say, how many of the orphans are and the victims that have you gone to reach out to? These people that they take out, the fathers, the mothers, they are breadwinners, they have children. Is there any fund to take care of those children, those women, those families that you took, that this nonsense is taking out their breadwinners? And before you say that forgive that will forfeit your mouth. Exactly. And then at the end of the day, then the Nigerian government will now forgive the person. Wazirike did it. Many Igbo people perished. Many lost their valuable organs, part of their life, their quality of life finished. And Wazirike is there living large, living out of the benefit, and then you are forgiving. And another people have come, are doing Biafra, and they are buying Igbo people. So why are you? What is the point of forgiving them? Look at Ojuku's wife. You made her an ambassador, the wife of a secessionist, and you are not telling us that you are encouraging this nonsense, because they know that when they do everything, they will not say, I forgive them, you not forgive them. After buying all the Igbo, where is the justice for all the victims of this Biafra? That is, the federal government need to compensate Igbo people for the victims of Biafra, since they want to be forgiving and restoring the instigators and allowing them to eat out of the fruit, out of the pain, out of all the defrauding the defrauded Igbo. He allowed them to be sit back and be enjoying it. Enjoying. Tell me, what is the value that Bianca Ojukwu have brought at the back of the destruction of Igbo? You are now giving her ambassador everywhere. They are doing Nigerian government. She is there representing Igbo people, on the back of all the Igbo people that destroy all the fathers and all the mothers and all the things that went till today. They need to come clear and tell us. You want to encourage this Biafra something to use it to depopulate Alibo or what? We need justice. We need justice for all the people that are falling. And that justice will start from this time. Thank you, Innocent Dede. He just came back and carried on with his life. He didn't even open a foundation to say maybe sponsoring anybody that can prove that their age, maybe their parents were taken out during that war, all those kind of a thing. All the widows that are left with the burden of caring for children that fell during the Biafra, that were Biafran soldiers, anything. He didn't, like, this guy was just about himself and then his politics, and he did that. He profited off of it until he died and was buried in glory. Living in glory out of the sweat and the tears and the bitterness. And you wonder why Igbo people are aggrieved. Because there is no restitution. How can there be no justice for everything that is being done? If Ojukwu was properly handled, this nonsense would have ended. Look at Romanov in Russia, that all indication was that war that they went to, that is, that it was an unrealistic war. Did they forgive him? Thank you. Even last, he didn't die because of all the benefits he's getting from Nigeria. He submitted himself, And at the end of the day, they have forgiven him, they have restored him, and he now in Nigeria, he was buried as a Nigerian soldier with all the honors and wrapped in Nigerian flag. Exactly. Ojukwu was pardoned and reabsorbed into Nigeria. No victor, no vanquish was the mantra. We need justice, but forget that we have the governor who should have done their work. Unfortunately, some of the governors are beneficiaries of IPOB. So how can you be a governor of Nigeria and you are sitting in the Senator, you are a Senate, you are in the House of Assembly, and you are supporting secessionists, you are the sponsor of secessionists, and Nigerian government is not doing anything about that? It is unheard of. You cannot support secessionists. It's insurrection against the state. So Nigerians need to rise up. If they don't want to rise up, then there's no need fighting over that region. Then you allow them to see that region and go and see the head. Somebody that led, they say no victor, no vanquish. Okay, no victor, no vanquish. But Ojukwu raised Wazirike up. We are still suffering that triology. Ojukwu brought Uwazurike and raised his hand up. That's why you see the wife still frolicking with Uwazurike. Anywhere you see Bianca Ojukwu, if you don't look too far, Uwazurike is somewhere around there. He's the one that brought all these people that they are saying they are doing this Biafra. Uwazurike brought Nnamdi Kanu. It's the same thing we are suffering. If to say he was dealt with, whose hand really used to raise Uwazurike's hand? And all these things, they know it's not going anywhere. You understand? So at the end of the day, if Nigerian government know that okay, this region is not serious, it's not useful, blah blah blah, all those kind of a thing, if you are going to forgive them for rising up against the state, for taking up arms against the state anyway, then cede the region to them. Let them go and name it whatever they want. Right? And remove Nigerian troops, Nigerian barracks from that region. But if that region it belongs to Nigeria and you want to protect the territorial integrity of Nigeria, then you must do the needful. Say Nigeria won't do anything against the governors. If they did this, what we will. It doesn't matter. The cry of anybody on the street normally a serious government doesn't change what the government is going to do. The government is going to do it anyway. Yeah, they're crying and crying and crying. Yeah, remove such a governor and put a military administration immediately. You will see because they care about that position so much. You will see you will not hear PIM. Any governor that raise up that word and show support to secession, you remove him immediately and make that place because that governor is sponsoring insurrection against the state and immediately put a military administration and let him go and answer his query. Nigerian government needs to be serious with this thing so that we will know where we stand. Or they will save the region if it is not important. They cannot be playing hanky panky. We don't want people to be using this mere excuse because you know what annoys me? The time we used to be talking about this thing, we can be using it to talk other things, to teach ourselves other things, to elevate ourselves, to build our region, to bring suggestion. What can we do? To talk about how we can intervene. But we can't talk about how we can intervene when there's trouble in paradise. I don't know. I don't understand. At the end of the day, you know that the politicians are also there, even though they have the will to do whatever, but their political ambition is still paramount. I don't know. It's something me, I don't know. It's something we have to know. We have to watch out and see what happens, but I don't know personally. We saw what happened. Look at what this insurrection, ordinarily that they stormed Capitol. Since do you know how many people they have arrested? So why don't America forgive those people that went to storm the Washington Capitol January 6th of last year? Why don't they just forgive them and say no victor, no banquet? Hmm? Why don't in this what they call in their capital in Washington DC, where those Trump supporters last time that they were saying that Joe Biden did not win the election, and they said it's a lie, that the election was rigged, and they stormed the seat of power in Washington. They call it Capitol, and they stormed that place. But we saw it live. We're like, is this America? you know. But since that day, do you know how many arrests they have made? Some of those people that were participating, or even some of the police people that were at a strategic location that didn't act the way they were expected to act, and the same insurrection charge was being brought upon them. Many of them by themselves because that kind of case. If you enter and they come out, they finish for your body. You no go fit see work, you no go fit use your life do anything again. Okay, Kanu said you don't want to see police, you don't want to see army, and since that time they are buying police, they are buying army, and still you allow Southeastern governors to have security, to have police, to have army. You allow the senator that sat down and allow an outsider to create ESN and bring it into Alibo, train boys and bring them into Alibo. You allow them to have Nigerian police. No, you're supposed to allow Kanu to give them their boys, let them protect them. Man, it's unbelievable, honestly. Yeah, so my people have even talked longer than I thought. War is not romance. There's nothing romantic about it. It's not blues that you're gonna say blue, blue, blue. It's not blue. It's not to intimidate Biden's opponent. They have been doing it since last year. It's the law. It's insurrection. When you rise up against the state, there is a law. Yeah, but we didn't know how he was picked. So at the end of the day, there is no romance. You're not going to benefit in anything from making Alibo a center of war, to turning your people into refugees, to spoil everything again. To have another cycle of millions and millions of Ndibo that will grow up without without nne. It doesn't make sense. Thank you so much, my people, for being a part of this program. It's already so late, and I know that tomorrow is a weekday. A lot of us will be going to work. Yeah. So I will see you guys tomorrow by the grace of God. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I love you all. Thank you for the support. Bye for now.